girl. All right. Okay, here we are. We're on day 3 of Whole30, day 18 of the 30-day experiment. Lighter. Bring me that lighter. Okay, so here we are. Figure out where to look on this thing. Holy Moses, y'all. So today, it's all about embodiment. It's all about embodying that which we want to become, right? And so the other day, I posted about, well, I did my first collective reading for tarot, and that was pretty cool because I've never done that before. It was a little uncomfortable, but here's the thing. I just feel that in this last year I've been practicing. It's been becoming clearer and clearer what my purpose and role here on this in this lifetime is. And it keeps becoming clearer and clearer to me that I have to get a lot healthier, both mentally and physically, before I can live up to that role. So the 30-day experiment feels really well aligned and successful so far. I've been doing my duties. I've been getting real domestic with it. It's been kind of fun for me. And I feel like I've learned a lot. I've gotten into some routines that are healthy. And so with that, like I said, we're on day 18 today of my 30-day experiment of prioritizing myself and my home above all else. Because I've never done that before, and that's fucking crazy. Is that not crazy that I've lived my whole adult life never having truly prioritized myself or my home? Like, what? What is the messaging that we get as humanity, as, you know, young women growing up in the world that leads us there, you know? Like, how did I get that message in my mind that my worth was my work, my value was my productivity, my worthiness was my ability to endure pain and suffering? Like, what? I don't want to do that anymore. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And so yesterday, my card for myself, I pull for myself every day. And I do it in a little bit different way than how I do for the collective, of course, but it's my own little ritual. And yesterday, the message was to surrender, and I did. I just surrendered to whatever will be, and I ignored the million duties and things and responsibilities that I needed to tend to, or that I thought I needed to tend to yesterday. And instead, I did what I needed to do, which was to take care of my home, to food prep for us, because we just started a Whole30. I've never done a Whole30 before in my life. And I'll be honest, today I am fully still in that surrender space. I haven't drawn cards for today yet, but we're on day 3 of our Whole30, and I've been kind of battling off a low-grade little migraine since yesterday, and it's awful. Like, it sucks, y'all, to be, I mean, if you're ever had a migraine, you know how much it sucks. So I'm drinking my little Whole30 coffee. I'm being about my self-care. And today, I think what I'm going to do, well, you know, I'm not even going to try to decide what I'm going to do because I'm fully in my surrender. Excuse me. Oh, before I pull, I like to check in with them spirits. So yeah, you're getting me on migraine day, which is, it's important for me to still know that I can show up even when I'm not feeling my best or cutest or most charming. So this is my pendulum. and we've built a beautiful relationship together. This is a yes and no question kind of deal. I usually ask it all silently in my head, but for the sake of sharing, I will speak aloud. So, oh, good morning, good morning. Can you show me yes today, please? Show me yes. It's always a good practice in getting very still. Show me yes. Gorgeous. All right, now show me no, please. All right. No is in a circle today. That's different. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my card. Ooh, my brain feels achy. Love coffee, truly. All right, what does my inner compass want me to look at today? Yesterday it told me to surrender. Today it say compassion. Intriguing. I don't really like ever get that card. I'm generally a very compassionate person to a fault, unless I'm being mean. And then I'm being mean. Compassion colors every human interaction. We experience it spontaneously when we hear a child cry or when we see someone suffering. Pain is a great connector. Ooh. Coming from a place of compassion will determine the direction of all meetings and conversations. The core of compassion is equality. When we view the other as completely equal, we generate a beautiful interaction. Filled with a shared sense of humanness, compassion is a state of mind that can be cultivated and will bring more happiness as a result. Life always gives you a choice. You can tap into feelings of anger, vengefulness, prejudice, or self-pity, or you can tap into those of compassion and kindness. It is up to you. If you choose compassion, you will experience a strong sense of connection and recognition. It brings forth the realization that without man-made concepts such as religion and borders, we are fundamentally all the same. We all carry the flame of life within us. Well, that's interesting. When I first pulled this card out of the deck right now, my first reaction is compassion for myself. I am feeling challenged these last few weeks, truly, and months. And years. Let's be real. These last few years have been tough. This last decade has been tough. Fuck, dude. Pain is the great connector. That little sentence right there really grabbed me because I've always had a difficult time connecting to other people. And it doesn't matter if it's in person or if it's in the virtual sense. Connecting with other people has been difficult for me. And truth be told, I found my greatest sense of connection as a hairstylist behind the chair. That was my most connected time for a while. But it was also, in a lot of ways, it was my most disconnected time, if I'm being real, because I was abandoning myself a lot in favor of people pleasing. And that's not compassionate to yourself. That's people pleasing. That's martyrdom, you know? It's not healthy. So that's what I'm taking away for myself in that card today. As for the next, let's see what the tarot has to say here about the day. I have a unique way of drawing cards for myself. It just kind of evolved over time. I've taken a course, a really great course from High Priestess Healing on how to learn how to read tarot, and that was awesome, but it's also, it's a very personal practice, which of course is part of it. So learning how to do it in a way that just feels right and aligned for me has been a natural progression. Ooh, okay. Here we are. Here we are. Oh! Ah! Okay. What the fuck? Okay, she's in it. The messages I've been getting lately, I'm telling you, there is magic. But really though, the magic is me. I know that. And I don't say that to be conceited. I just say that to be real, because I know that the magic is me. I truly believe that this is some form of my higher self that speaks through these cards, because I ask for guidance. And whenever you ask for guidance and you listen, you're always going to get it. And that's the key though. Are you listening? Are you watching? Are you paying attention for the signs and the serendipities and the synchronicities that come along the way? What I just pulled from the deck, we've got the Four of Swords in reverse. This one's been coming up for me a lot lately. Four of Swords in reverse. She's tired, y'all. She needs a rest. She needs a hug and a rest, not a hustle. Not a hustle. This card tells me, I'll read from the book, but this card, when it comes up, it always reminds me to favor my rest in over favoring my hustle, because I was really conditioned for a really long time to favor the hustle above all else. Above all else. No, we're not doing that anymore. And then the High Priestess, baby. Hey girl, hey. Look at her. What a beaut. What a beaut. And then we have here on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Wands. She's celebrating. She's celebrating her creativity and her success and her wins and her life. She's joyous. Look at how happy she is. Isn't she gorge? Oh, and then look who just popped out underneath that Knight of Wands. The sneaky little devil. So, let's complete the message, y'all. Like, the magic is real. Oh, I didn't put my mic on today, so hopefully my sound is coming through all right. All right, we've got compassion for self. We've got the Four of Swords in reverse. And she is telling us that we are not, we being me, I am not recognizing the dangers of burnout. Maybe. I do recognize the dangers of burnout. I feel that I've been much more, these cards are always reminders, right? This is not words to live by. This is thoughts and ideas to guide yourself by. So it's warning against not recognizing the dangers of burnout, a need to spend time recovering and dedicating your energy to self-care. And that's what I've been doing. So I can take this card as confirmation that I am already leaning into the right things right now. And I just need to continue doing that. I need to continue letting this little nest build and grow around me while I rest. That's the part that is important to remember with the Four of Swords in reverse. I give myself permission to slow down and heal. Tend to my wounds. That's what I've been doing. I mean, I've had a lot of trauma in the last decade. And the truth is that what took a decade to bring me to this place mentally, it takes a little while to unravel it. And sometimes I want to be inclined to rush myself, and we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. This is confirmation of that. So thank you. Thank you. Then we have the High Priestess, Queen. Look at her. She's so gorge. Is she not so beautiful and peaceful? This is High Priestess energy. I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Jessica, girl. That's the first High Priestess I ever met in real life. Now, the High Priestess, she tells us about our dreams, our powerful visions, our psychic insights, serendipity. Remember, I already said that once. Meditation, introspection, intuition, a spiritual experience. So in this rest that I'm giving myself also time to see the magic, to trust my intuition, to rest well enough to actually have dreams. I went through a period of about 5 years where I didn't sleep well enough to have a single dream in those 5 years. And is that not crazy to think that you can still be, as a human, out here hustling in your condition, trying to build a dream while you can't even have a dream? You're too tired to even rest well enough to have a dream, yet I'm still out here trying to build it? Like, what? Social conditioning is a fucking crazy thing, you guys. And I'm gonna tell you all about it. That's the high priest is reminding us today. She's reminding us to pay attention to our inner voice, to trust ourselves, to know what direction is best for us. I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth, I will find them. By following the truth, I will find them. That part is really important because, and again, shout out to High Priestess Jessica, because, girl, what we're seeing right now in the world, with the rise of AI, with all the lies, with the mass media manipulation that's been happening for my entire life. I'm going to be 39 in a couple weeks, and my entire life, we've been witnessing this media circus where we're constantly being lied to. And my own personal awakening came about, oh gosh, I don't even know that I could really put a date on it, but it was sometime around the time that I opened my business. Because when I became a small business owner, I really started to see the inequities of life. I really started to see how things are set up to help big corporations thrive and acquire and mass wealth, while the regular people who are out here just trying to work and build a life are ground into the dirt. Like, it's crazy. I could go on for hours about this, and I'm not going to do that today because I want to keep these videos short enough that they're digestible, short enough that I can still keep wanting to show up and make them, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm not really trying to sit here and listen to my own voice for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes at a time. I mean, not yet. Maybe I will get to that point where I really have that much to say and share, but a lot of my world has been inner for the last decade. And I'm really okay with that, because there is a time to shut your mouth. Quite frankly, there is a time to be quiet. And when you're in your nest and in your healing era, that's the time to be quiet. You don't need to share your whole healing experience with the entire fucking world. And I say that because I've been in so many different kinds of coaching containers. And in a lot of them, there's this idea, this push to push through, to not take this stop and rest and let your nest build around you while you rejuvenate. The vibe is more of a hustle culture, and I gotta tell you, I've been there, done that. Got the fucking burnout badge, and I'm never doing that shit again. And so it's been really difficult. It's been really difficult navigating through some of the coaching containers as I seek to improve myself, and I seek to learn, and I seek to do better, greater things and help more people in life. I have definitely fallen prey to some of these twisted ideas that coaches try to push on you. And by listening only to your truth, by what you know in your heart is true. And that doesn't mean that what's true for you is always the truth for everyone, for the world, for the collective. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you need to be tapped well enough into yourself, body awareness, somatic release of trauma in the body. You need to be grounded well enough in yourself that you can trust yourself to know what is right for you. And for me, that wasn't true for a really long time. I was built on people pleasing. I used to actually laugh and joke, and I thought it was so funny when I was a hairdresser full-time that I should have a daytime acting award. I should have an Emmy for my fucking performance as a hairdresser, because faking it a lot of the time. I was faking so many things. I was faking it until I made it. And then when I made it, they came for me. And whenever you have built something on a facade, a flimsy facade at that, and then they come for you, like, it's very likely you're gonna fall. And I fell hard. I rose fast, I fell hard, and it was a traumatic experience for me. But now I have learned so much from that. I have learned how to be sovereign in my own self. I mean, I don't feel any kind of need to look to anybody else for answers outside of spirit, because that's where I get my guidance from now. How beautiful is that? I don't have to say, hey, coach me. Hey, coach me. Hey, I need a help. I need perspective. I need answers. I need guidance. I don't need any of that because I have it right here. It's a beautiful thing. It's a practice. Now, the Knight of Wands, what does she have to say? What does she have to say for me today? Beautiful Knight of Wands. Ah, the Knight of Wands. She is representing charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action, and the pursuit of adventure. Queen! She's my girl. So in regards to that, it's always interesting to me, because when these cards come up, it's just like, yeah, okay, I know, I already know. I got the message. It's just being reinforced here so beautifully with these cards. And the Knight of Wands really is about celebrating yourself in your creativity and in your passion and in, you're beating to your own drum. A lot of us are out here beating to our own drum. A lot of us are out here feeling like some sort of black sheep or, a misfit. And I've always been here for the misfit energy. Quite honestly, I love myself a weirdo, because I am myself a weirdo. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with infectious feelings of inspiration. Look at her. She's infectious in her fire. She's beating this flaming drum. She's got these beautiful flame torches around her. And then this horse, this black stallion in the back is cheering her on too. That's what I see in this card, is this stallion is saying, yeah, let's go. We're all celebrating our charisma today. We're all getting buck wild. We're all letting our light shine and beating our drum for the other weirdos. Let the weirdos that are like you find you, right? I mean, that feels right to me. That has always felt right to me. In fact, I built my salon space around this concept in a lot of ways. Our tagline was high class without the attitude, because I wanted to build a space where people could come without feeling like they had to dress up, but also have a higher end environment where you could count on, really high quality service. So that's what I built with my salon, and it was very successful. And a lot of people copied me. Some of them even did a better job than me in the end of it all. So, you never know. My role in life is as a 6-2 manifester in human design. My role in life is to spark people to go find their own adventure. So I hope that by watching this video right now with me, something, even though this one's a reading for me, and we'll do another collective reading next week, I hope that by doing this, you might have some sort of inspiration spark for you too, just by watching this video and kind of hearing along with my experience that I'm finally willing to share with the collective at large, because that's scary as fuck to me, to be out here just beating my flaming drum after all the shit that has happened in my entrepreneurial experience. It is terrifying to me, and it has brought up a lot of ick. It's brought up a lot of work for me to do within myself, and I've done that work in love. I want to be totally transparent. I've done that work in love because I do love and trust and honor myself enough to know how important it is that I get back to this. Because there was a time when I could shine my light and allow my charisma to guide me through life and just kind of, I leaned into my pretty girl privilege heavy. I'm not ashamed of that. I have always been smart, and I have always been judged, and I have always been evaluated based off of my exterior by every person who has ever encountered me. I mean, it's in human nature to do that. I understand. And at the same time, I understand that everyone is viewing other people through the lens of their own perspective. That's just reality. And so sometimes when you're out here beating your drum and you look a little strange and a little different, maybe you decided to shave your head and everybody thought you were crazy. Maybe you decided to open a salon after being a hairdresser for 5 years and everybody thought you were crazy. I mean, I've done a lot of things where everybody thought I was crazy. People told me it wouldn't work. People told me I couldn't do it. I was thinking about this yesterday because, like I said, a lot of old things have been popping up and patterns replaying and cycles ending. I'm in a time personally of ending cycles right now, ending patterns of behavior. And I was thinking about how back in middle school, this is actually kind of embarrassing, but anybody who knows me, because I still live in the town where I grew up, so I haven't left. Everybody that's here, a lot of people that are still here, we all went to school together. And it was in middle school, and God, this is so embarrassing. I don't know why it's so embarrassing. Okay, so we had and I can't remember the whole details because, quite frankly, I was a very dissociated young person as well. I was living in a lot of mental drama, as teenagers do. But as an Aquarius, it was very extreme, very extreme contrasts up in here. But I was voted most improved student of the student body, and that's because there was a time whenever they would ask me to get up in front of class and give a presentation, which, middle school, they love making you get up in front of class and give a presentation. Why the fuck do they do that, by the way? Like, can't we just come here and live our lives and learn as we learn? They don't take into account at all the different learning styles of students. And for me, I had such stage fright that I literally could not do it. I would prepare my homework. I would do my homework. I would write the essay or whatever the fucking assignment was. I would do it. And then when it came time to share it, and, those teachers who loved to put, this is 60% of your grade, your presentation, standing here in front of your classmates and embarrassing yourself is 60% of your grade, and watching your cheeks turn red and your skin crawl, that's 60% of your grade on this project. And they just hammer it home, you know what I mean? To the point where I would just say, no, I don't have it. I would lie. I don't have my homework. Even though I did have it, I did it. I would take the F. I would fail. I ended up going into this pattern of I'm not a good student. I'm not good at school. And so I started getting really terrible grades. I even got into some trouble when I was in middle school because well, that's a story for another day. But I did some things, I did some shit I shouldn't have. Brought alcohol to school and, things I shouldn't have been doing, especially as a middle schooler. My gosh, I think about middle schoolers now. I'm like, don't even think about it. It's such a bad idea. And they're gonna know. They always know. You're not as sneaky as you think you are. Anyways, so I had all that going on in middle school. And by the end, it was likely that I could have been labeled as a problem student because I was causing problems. I was getting into arguments with my math teacher where she would send me to go sit out in the hall because I was being disruptive and rude in class. Like, that was very unlike me, but something about that math teacher and the way she approached me, she made me feel like she was trying to make me feel small and stupid. And so I retaliated. I'm truly just a rebel in my heart, I guess. And so I had all these issues going on for all of my middle school experience, and I was rebelling quite a lot. And I was getting bad grades and just being a poor student. And so by the time the end of middle school came around, it was mentioned that maybe I might be held back. And that really freaked me out. So at some point, I don't remember when, it was a million years ago now, but I decided to get my shit together and like buckle down and get my grades back up and stop being such a little bitch. And by the end of that middle school experience, they called me up in front of the entire school and gave me the most improved student award. I have a plaque for it somewhere in my parents' house. And it's embarrassing because I should have always been able to be a good student. I will cut off my nose to spite my face and hate my reflection every time. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's been part of me for as long as I can remember. And I think a lot of people are this way. I think once we in a society start labeling each other and judging each other, and we forget that compassion piece, both for ourselves and for our fellow humans, we go down this path of putting ourselves in a box, and then it almost becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean? Where they were telling me that I was the problem child and that I wasn't doing well in school. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm a problem child. I'm not doing well in school. And I have seen that pattern replay itself in many different ways throughout my entire adult life. And right now, I feel that cycle is coming to a close. I can see that I'm still trying to do some of those behaviors sometimes where I want to cut off my own nose to spite my face. But I catch myself now. I catch myself doing it and I say, no, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to do what we know is best for us, not what we know is maybe expected of us or projected onto us, because that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I feel like this is getting a little long-winded, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up with this sneaky little devil in reverse that popped out of the deck there, because the devil always has something to say. And this devil in reverse is, okay, very appropriate, actually. It's a release. It's freedom from addiction, on the cusp of a breakthrough, liberation, not wanting to see your own role in a negative circumstance, realizing that you're giving your power away, feeling helpless and breaking the chains. And that's truth, you guys. That's exactly where I'm at right now. I'm really in a place where I'm seeing, okay, I'm doing this pattern again, and I'm not going to choose that path. I'm going to choose a different path. In the darkness, I am free to heal everything. And that's really what the last 6 years has been about for me, is sitting in the darkness and healing everything. And so it feels really nice to know that this time of release, this freedom from addiction, this breakthrough is so close. I know that it is. And that's been in all of my readings for weeks and months now. And it's just been a daily practice of me deciding every day to step in, deciding every day to go with the highest and best, most aligned action for my greatest good and for the greatest good of the collective. Because at the end of the day, it's not really just about one person being successful. That's what I've never understood about the billionaire culture, the billionaire ideation that we've got going on in this society. It's like fucking weird. Because why do you need that much money? Like, yes, money is power. Money is influence. These things are true. But the person that you are without money is the same person that you're going to be with money. So if you're a shit person without money, you're probably going to be a shittier person with money. And I did have a coach that at one time said, money in the hands of good people does good things. And it is so true. I'm a good person. I know that to my core. I have no doubts about that because I know myself really, really well. And I've had a lot of time to think about what kind of person I will be with money, because that's not currently my reality. My current reality is challenging financially. And I've been moving through that with as much grace as I can this time around. The last time I found myself in a place of financial scarcity, I didn't move through it well. I didn't move through it gracefully. I moved through it in fear. I moved through it in contraction. I moved through it in outbursts and striking out and victimhood. and blaming other people for my problems. And I'm never going down that path again. So, fuck you guys, it just feels so good to have this confirmation for myself that everything is going to be okay. And I get to have that every day if I want to have it, because I've got this beautiful little deck of cards guiding me. And now this is not a plug for tarot, because I truly believe that each person's individual practices are their own, and they should be your own. I'm not here to tell you how to do anything. I'm just here to share what I've been doing and how that's been helping me. And I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again. I'm going to be posting more regularly. There's no stopping me now. I've removed all the barriers. So you're going to see this face here no matter what's going on, migraine or not. By the way, it's starting to feel a little bit better. I think doing Whole30 is, I think maybe my body is having the carb and sugar withdrawal time right now. So it may be spiritual, it may be physical. Either way, we're gonna get to the other side, and I'll catch you on the other side. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.